Hey everybody! So, because I've been away for a couple of weeks, I have kind of fallen behind on my anime watching, so it's time to fix that. But instead of catching up with the Ace Attorney anime, or going further into Sword Art Online and my thoughts on that, I thought instead I'd talk about the anime adaptation of a video game you've probably never played! If you haven't played Tales of Zestiria, and I probably said that word wrong and I'm very sorry, and you're an anime fan, I honestly think you're missing out because I think there's a lot you'd like about this game. I mean, yes, I will admit it does a lot, and I do mean a lot, of cliché JRPG tropes, but because I've played so many games in the modern age that are trying so hard to differentiate themselves from those cliché tropes, it's actually a blessed relief to have a game do those tropes again, because honestly I was starting to miss them. And before you ask, no, I hadn't played a Tales of game before this game. I know, I was missing out. And I was curious about the franchise, which is why I checked out this game, and it's just, you know, piqued my curiosity, and I want to investigate this franchise more because I did very much enjoy this game. The game had a very anime-like art style to it, and from what I understand that's quite common for the franchise, so it getting an anime adaptation was pretty much inevitable, especially in the modern age. I know it did get a short anime OVA, which I didn't actually watch, but now it's got a full-on anime series that started airing, I think 2 weeks ago, but I could be wrong. The anime is entitled Tales of Zestiria, The X. Gonna give it to ya. I think I'm way too white to reference that song. Actually, in saying that, I actually think Zavid would be a fan of DMX. I can actually picture Zavid listening to DMX, so tell me I'm wrong. So I've watched the 2 episodes that have aired, or technically the 1 episode that's aired because the episode before it was episode 0 and was a prologue episode. Anyway, the point is I've watched the 2 episodes that are out. So what do I think of it so far? Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's a pretty decent adaptation of the story while adding in some extra elements to expand on things some more. Like I said, the first episode, or the 0 episode, is a prologue episode which actually gives kind of a backstory to things that happen before the events of the main plot of the game. Though I will say about that episode, if you haven't played the game, you're going to be a little bit confused because a lot of the things being introduced only really make sense if you've played the game, so best of luck with that one. Episode 1 though was pretty much exactly what happened at the beginning of the game, with a couple of things added in to transition from episode 0 into episode 1. And it's good, it's pretty accurate adaptation. I don't know how close to the games this is going to stay later down the line or what's going to be changed, because let's be real here folks, some things are going to have to change because some things just can't make the transition from a video game over to an anime. That's just not happening, so let's just roll with the punches and just see how they do with this adaptation. From what I can see from the opening alone, oh, and by the way, this series has got a very good theme tune to it. I liked it a lot more than the theme tune of the game. I thought the theme tune was really good. Anyway, from what I can see from the opening, some things might be different. It looks like the villain is going to be different from the games. I don't know what to make of that, if this is just like some uber underling who's the villain of the first season or what, but it looks like the villain is different, but like I say, this could just be a season 1 thing because from what I can tell this is going to be 13 episodes and they've already planned for a second season. They've got high hopes. And it kind of looked like Zavid and Dezel are going to be part of the group at the same time, but I take that with a pinch of salt because things are always different in the opening to how they happen in the actual plot. That's a common thing in anime. And who else thinks it's just adorable how Alicia's pretending she's a main character? Oh, isn't that just precious? The animation so far is amazing. The animation is just incredible, but it's done by that company whose name I can never pronounce properly, so I'm not even going to try, but instead put a subtitle down here. But yeah, the animation is really good, particularly on fights it's really good, but said company has never let me down, so. And they are using the music from the game. They're using the same background music, and they're using it quite effectively. I like what they're doing there, because Tales of Zestiria did have a very good soundtrack. So yeah, the first 2 episodes, they get a thumbs up from me, although episode 0, you're going to be confused if you haven't played the game, but give it time, it will all make sense as the plot goes on, I promise. Now, let's talk about some things we're going to have to watch out for. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm very optimistic about this series. I think it's going to be really good. I'm looking at this very positively. But there are some things we're going to have to watch out for with the fan base, especially as it's going to be growing as it draws in a new audience with the anime. First of all, there is a Lolita character in this story, and while it wasn't too much, there were certain parts about her that were played up for fan service in the game, so we all know we're going to have to expect this.
Oh, Edna is so kawaii. I wanna sniff your panties so badly. I'm gonna go write lots of fanfiction about you and I being husbando and waifu. Edna.
Remember, no anime fan wants to be a pervy Pete.
But let's have them have their creepy fetish corner just over there. You stay over there! Just in the corner over there, and let's just try and not let that bother us. Besides which, it's Lila that's best waifu. I'm kidding. We all know Rock Lee is best waifu. Another thing to look out for is the yaoi fans. Well, I should say the yaoi fanatics. Particularly when it pertains to Saray and Mikleo. I'm just going to say this on the matter. Let's let them have this one. Let's let them have this one, because honestly, even I think those two are... yeah. And I mean, it's not a problem, it really isn't. That's why I'm saying, let's let them have this one. They can have this one. It's alright. You ship those two, it's okay. It works. It works, and it's fine. Let me know in the comment section of what you thought of the first episodes of Tales of Zestiria, the X Gun Give It To Ya, and what you thought of the Tales of Zestiria game in general if you played it. As always, if you like this video, please thumbs up it, and do be sure to share it with your friends and get my videos out there, because you've seen the views I get. And if you're new here and you want to see more videos of me talking about Tales of Zestiria the X, do be sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to also follow me on Twitter as well, there will be a link to it in the description, and you can hear me profess my love for Lila there. I do hope people know I am only joking when I make those tweets. This is Anime Jack, and I am signing off.